mummies, this is a soothing class to get you back from babyland, even if it's just for 20 minutes. We'll tread that fine line between working out, challenging our postural muscles, waking them up again, but not taxing you. You'll need a mat and a towel. Let's start standing. Okay, so have your feet parallel and as wide as your shoulders, if not a bit wider. Bend the knees and just get down into the legs, nice and loose. And we just start moving our arms around, call this washing machine. Just letting that spiral happen all the way up through the spine, all the way down through the spine. Just let the arms go. So they'll gently knock around the trunk and look right over your shoulder. Stay grounded down through the legs. And just start tuning into the body. Just natural breathing here. And then we'll slow down, making them a little bit smaller. Smaller fraction. And then smaller. And then stopping. And we'll bring the feet back underneath the hips. Little shoulder massage. So place your right hand on your left shoulder and look down slightly. Just shrug the left shoulder up into the hand while you squeeze it. Breathe in and breathe out. Let that shoulder spread down. Breathe in, shrug it up and breathe out, down. So we're shrugging the shoulder and squeezing it with our right hand, drawing that flesh in, and then let that shoulder melt and open. Breathe in. One more time on that side. And down. So soft gaze looking down. So left hand on the shoulder, gently looking down. Make sure your knees are soft. You're staying grounded. Breathe in, shrug the shoulder up. You can move it down and back and then open. Squeeze it up. Breathe in. Hard not to get the other shoulder up too. And down. Breathe in. Let it go. All those achy muscles, if you've been breastfeeding, holding the babies, really gets tight in there. So give yourself a good massage. Good. And just roll the shoulders back a couple of times. Just back and forward. Rolling around. A few clunks in there. Good. Now I want you to grab your towel and you're going to place the towel, stretch it out, around the base of your rib cage and just hold it around there. This will give you some good feedback into the ribs and breathing. It's just a nice way to stretch out and release. So I want you to take a breath in and see if you can let the ribs open up into the towel, expanding, and breathe out. See if the towel shrinks around your waist. Breathe in. Long neck, breathe out. See if you can take the breath in slowly so you're not straight away letting it get caught up in the shoulders. So if you take it in slowly, it has more chance of going down deeper into the base of the ribs and getting that expansion and then the subsequent contraction. Breathing in. And breathing out. Really get that breath all the way out. You can pause at the end of the breath out. Breathe in. Another very common image for this breathing is like the ribs opening like bucket handles. And breathing out. See if you can breathe into the back of the ribs, into the towel. We forget about that whole area of the back of the ribs for all the potential breath. We could get into our body and oxygenate the lungs, the muscles. Soften their knees. Just go around the body, breathe in. Okay, we'll finish with that one. Now I'd like you to roll up your towel so it makes it big sausage, so I do half, maybe half again, and then rolling up. And we're going to place this rolled up towel down the spine, so starting from between the shoulder blades. So place that towel, you might need to just adjust. If you do need something under your head, pop another towel or a cushion under there and just adjust so that towel's right along the spine. Okay. Bringing the arms up, breathe in, reach the arms up, shoulders lift away from the floor, and then breathe out. Let the shoulders just drape down around the towel to the floor. Breathe in. As the shoulder blades separate and reach up, you feel like your spine's embedding down into the towel, and breathe out. Breathe in, reach up, and breathe out. Keep the back of the neck long. Chin gently drawing towards the chest, and breathe out. Scissors. Just scissoring the arms, just constantly moving. Feel the wibble wobble on the towel, and really start working just those intrinsic muscles around in the trunk just to stabilise you. See if you can just come to stillness through the spine onto the towel floor. Our feet and knees are hip width apart, parallel. And then we'll finish this section with angel arms. So bring the arms down by the sides, palms up to the ceiling. Take your mind's eye to the middle finger. Reach out through the middle finger of each hand, all the way up till you make a capital Y shape. Bend the elbows, drag the elbows back down to the side seams of your shirt, and then unfold. Breathe in, making snow angels all the way up to Y, and elbows coming down and then unfolding. Breathe in, feel that lovely chest expansion. Again, a lovely remedy for all the bending forwards, bending over, looking at our little babies, big babies. Breathing in, reaching out. And last one, folding back down and in. Okay, let's get rid of the towels now. And we are going to still stay in our supine position. So hands down by the sides and feet and knees parallel. Feel that lovely effect of the towel opening up that upper body. You might feel your shoulder blades are flatter on the floor. Take the mind down to the pelvis now, and we're just going to do small tilts. So you're in a neutral position with the pelvis with a gentle arch off the floor on your lower back. Breathe in right down into the pelvis. Breathe out, gently tilt. Tailbone goes up to the ceiling, and scoop out the abdominal contents. Gently draw in towards the spine and then let it go. Breathing back to neutral. Breathe out, scoop. Just gently feeling that narrowing and connecting around the spine that you haven't felt for a while throughout the pregnancy. So it's just getting that visual of the waist shrinking and the pelvic floor pulling in and up from that pelvic basin. Breathe in, relax, and breathe out, scoop. Keep going. I want you to imagine you're doing this pelvic tilt, this rock, without the feet on the floor. And breathing out. So you've got to use those deep core muscles. And release. So now we're going to do just that. We're going to bring the legs up and gently cross one ankle over the other. Take a breath in. Just note which ankle you've got to cross. Breathe out. Very small scoop. Even if you just imagine it in your mind's eye. I don't want a big hoik up like this. I just want a small connecting and shortening of the pelvic floor muscles upwards from the pubic bone, sitting bones, tailbone. Breathe in, release. Breathe out, scoop. Keep the knees out, try not to tighten in the hips. And release. 4 on the other way with the legs crossed the other way. Breathe in, relax. Breathe out. See if you can imagine that pelvic tilt. Action it in the muscles. It doesn't have to happen in the bones though. You don't have to move much. Breathe in, release. Check your upper body. Breathe out. Breathe in, release. Last one here, guys. Breathing out. Really gathering up those trunk muscles, drawing around the spinal column. Feeling the ribs work as well. And release down. Okay. Gently place the feet back down on the floor in our neutral position. We're going to go back into bridges now. So feet under knees, shoulders open. Press the feet straight down. As you press, feel that drop and connection into the pelvic basin and push straight up. Just watch that your knees are tracking well. Some people knock their knees in and some people their knees go out. So really make sure you're tracking these well. If you want a bit of value add, definitely put a cushion between the knees, a cushion or two, so you're getting that inside thigh work as well. Now I've talked while we've been up here for a reason. I want you to stay up here for about 5 seconds and then come down. And again, push straight up. So we're going up in a neutral spine in a plank. And I didn't say before, on our way down, we're going to be a plank as well, rather than a rippling. And so you're going to land ribs and back of the pelvis down on the floor at the same time. And pushing up, check those knees. And while we're up here, really make sure you're letting the ribs lie down. We're not opening up through the chest and ribs. This is more of a plank line through the front body. Check your neck is not tense. And now in one go, we're going ribs and hips down. And pushing up again. I won't make you do too many of these. We're just getting the glutes firing on again. They tend to go to sleep in that last phase of pregnancy. Check if your glutes, one glute is working more than the other. One side is working more. Try and even it up. Send a message to it. And we'll go last one here, guys. Pushing up. Breathing. Just natural breathing here. And we're going to come all the way down. Ribs and pelvis in one go. Excellent. Couple more things lying here. Arms out to capital T. And bring the ankles, knees together, side to side. Definitely feet on the ground if you're coming back from babyland. Not up in the air for now, guys. Okay, so feet down. Lots of work to be done here with heavy legs going over to the right. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Catch the legs, pulling the legs back with the trunk muscles, namely the obliques. Over to the other side. Breathe in. Feel a lovely little stretch now. Contract the waist, the ribs, the back of the hip comes back down. Breathing in, going side. The overside is the stretch phase and contraction phase is with your breath out, returning to center. Breathing in, going side. Watch you don't flatten your back to come back. It's not about the back working, it's about the front working. Way back to support those lower back muscles. And breathing inside. If you do have a Swiss ball at home, you could put your legs on a Swiss ball. If you're finding it hard to not just use the legs in this exercise, you really want to have your waist doing the work, upper body's nice and open, and the legs are pretty much lifeless. They're just the like a boom of a yacht coming back to center of the ropes of the trunk pulling back. One more over to the left. Breathe in and breathe out, coming back to center and relax. Excellent. I want you to bring the legs up one at a time and stretch out that lower body. Bring the hands to a prayer position, sticking your elbows out to the side. We're going to glue the legs together and then send the legs a little bit away from you, but then have the toes pointing down to the floor. Don't point your toes so much that you cramp your feet, but they're heading that way. And square up the body, checking with the shoulders. So we're in quite a compact little position here. On your exhale, going to press the palms together and the inside thighs together. And see if the sides of the waist come in towards the spine. Breathe in, relax. Breathe out, palms, inside thighs. Waist draws in, cinches in. Breathe in. Now press the palms from underneath your shoulders, from your armpit area, not in your pecs, getting tight. And breathe in, relax. Breathe out. Connect, connect, connect. Chin down, long neck. If you need something under your head, the head position, long neck, by all means do that. Breathe in. That was a long one. And breathing out, connect. So you might get to 3 of these and you've had enough. It's absolutely fine. Good. Breathe in. And we'll do one more. Breathe out. Feel everything connecting. Hug the knees in, have a little stretch there, really nice. Okay, we're going to lie on our sides now and just have a bit of a chill out and cradle the head. Okay, knees are bent up about 90 degrees at the hip and knees are bent about 90 degrees as well, and we're going to open, breathe in. Follow that opening elbow with your eyes. Make sure the head's really dropping and relaxed. Throat's relaxed. Breathe out, come back. Breathe in, open. Breathe out, come back. Breathe in, open. Back. Really another one that's great to open out those sore, tired shoulders from all the upper body lifting. 4 on the other side now. Switching over. So long trunk, cradle the head, fingers laced and drop the elbows together and knees bent up forwards. Let the head roll, eyes go to the elbow, breathe in. And breathe out, come back. Breathing in. You get that nice sigh on the way back. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. While we're here, we're going to start on this side, stretch out the underneath arm so it's in line with your spine and lie the ear down. Then take the legs back a little bit so knees are in line and stretch the top leg up. Reach through the toes. I want to see blinding daylight between you and the floor, or aim for it. And just check that your hips are stacked vertically over each other. Just so we remember that we have some glutes, we're just doing little lifts. 10, 9, 8, 7, mid-range, 6, 5, 4, keep your hip connected, 3, 2, 1. Quickly flip over for the other side, but don't want to miss out. And lying down, stretch out the arm in line with the spine, and top leg stretches out in line with the spine too. Hand here, make sure those hips are stacked vertically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Coming now onto your tummy, we're going to have our fingers laced underneath the forehead. Wiggle out the legs, and you want to gently press your pubic bone down so you've got a long lower back. Keeping your hands glued on your forehead, knuckles and forehead. Exhale, lift up just a little way, 1 inch off the floor. That's enough. Try and connect the ribs in, draw the shoulders down, pubic bone down and down. 5 of these, so 2, elbows reaching out, down, breath in, breath out, 3. Feel like you're almost trying to pull the hands apart, so you're getting a pull across the shoulders, and down, and 4. Keep pressing the forehead into the hands, chin towards the chest, so you've got that long neck parallel to the floor. And 5, holding there. We're going to just gently scan along the floor, looking to the side and back to centre, and scan the other way. This is called hammerhead. Keep the hips really still, scanning along, and centre, scan along, work those shoulder muscles, work the obliques. 2 more, and down, and back to relax. Excellent. Come back and sit in child pose. So if you need your towel again, you can put the towel behind your legs, sitting back on the towel. If you need some knee support, head down, forehead on the floor if you can make it. Otherwise, put another towel or cushion under your forehead. Reach the arms out. Breathe in. Push the mat away with your hands so you can get that tailbone down. And then just get really passive here, relaxed. Deep breaths in. Let's stretch out the glutes. Pigeon stretch, this is from yoga. We're going to fold the right knee forwards, bring the shin through, stretch the left leg back behind you. Lie the forearms down in front. And our aim is to get the hips parallel and aligned. So what I think helps is if you're on your elbows here, think of pulling yourself forwards with your elbows pulling back towards you, and you can get that drag, that hip rolling over, would be the left hip here. Hang out here, I know it's sore. Really good relief for the lower back, and actually extends the relief up to the shoulders as well. So you've got a little bit of work happening to support your upper body here. You can even get a towel and chock it under the stretching hip. Give you a little bit of a helping hand with the alignment. So keep thinking of nudging, in this case, the left hip forwards and the stretching hip backwards into the socket. Okay, and let's go round to the other side. Go up to the other end of my mat. So we're going to stretch back the right leg and left knee's bent. Knees pretty much in line with your spine and elbows down. If you want to open out the shin a little bit more, you can. If you want a bit more challenge, that's fine. Now, pull yourself forwards. Drag the elbows back and see if you can roll that hip over to get square. Long neck, scanning down at the floor. And just keep breathing here. We're drawing our left hip back, the front hip stretching, pull that back, right hip pulling forwards, roll it over forwards. So lots of action here. It's not a passive stretch by any means. One last deep breath in. Roll down to the hips. Now just bring the hands underneath and come to standing to finish. So curl the toes under. Sit back on the toes. Drop the head between the knees. Then stretch to the point where your heels are down and gently roll up. Well done, mamas. I hope you've had relief from this class. See you again soon.